Okay. Hopefully we have better luck with our signal today. We will find out. Got a couple possibilities for things to work on today. Yeah, a couple possibilities. Hi, Sharon. How's Blue? Must be so good to have him home. Just trying to get myself situated here. All right. So, this is what we worked on last night on the Instagram Live. I've got to do a couple little touch-ups there. I've got some splattered paint. Trying to get better every day. Good little man. So that's what we did last night. Yesterday we altered the handle and the signature. Thank you. So today we're going to do top swoops, top dots, and top swoops. And then this one will be done and ready to sit and cure. And then the next one I'm going to work on is I'm going to start doing the cards that I've pulled in order. I think that was part of my downfall. One of the many parts of the downfall of this 30-day challenge with my inspiration deck was that I haven't been painting the cards in order. And that's okay. Like I've gotten ideas, I've gone off on tangents, and that's totally fine. But I'm at the point now where the amount that I am behind in these card pulls and getting these paintings done, I think I would just I'm going to start going through the cards in order. Doesn't mean I'm going to necessarily always be painting them in order, but I'm going to look at them in order every time I'm ready to pick a new project, just so I can start to kind of get that through. Good yesterday, but bad today, of course. Sure, that makes sense. Murphy's Law, rearing his ugly head. So, the next card in the on deck circle, is way over on the other side of the table where I can't reach it. Oh, God. Okay. So the next card that we have to paint is design inspired by my least favorite season, which is winter. So I'm going to paint a white mug with combos of blue, silver, and a metallic white, I think. So I just have to pick a couple different colors that I'm going to do for that. I might use some of the same teals and blues that I used on the mug that we finished yesterday with Gratitude. This one is Gratitude. So I might use those blues and then silvers and some whites on the white mug. So we're going to see how that turns out. I think that'll look pretty, and I think it'll look cold. That's what I want it to look. I want it to look cold. So we're going to do some top swoops, then we'll start on the least favorite season mug and see how far we get today. How's everybody doing? Is everybody doing all right? Hi, Jerry Lynn. It's good to see ya. Good to see you. For those of you who have ordered your Dot Mandala inspiration deck, I will be placing the order with the manufacturer on Monday. So that should mean a couple weeks after they get the order, I should have them in my hands, which means not too much longer after that, you'll have them in your hands, and they'll have some people to play with, and I'm so excited. So, if you haven't already ordered the deck, make sure that you place your order before midnight on Monday. I'm going to place the order with the manufacturer on Tuesday. So I want to make sure that I've got all the orders in that I'm going to need so that I order enough cards in. I don't know when I'm going to have more in, so this is kind of it for a little while. Hello, honey's mama. How you doing? Ooh, nice. Oh, getting your hair done. Thank you, MM12967. That's so kind. Thank you. All right. Let's paint, shall we? Let us. This is it. We're going to grab a teal. So we're going to do top swoops. So by top swoops, I mean, see how on this green one, I did the multiple layers of green on that center swoop. That's what we are going to do with this one as well. Oh, getting your hair done. That sounds so nice. That sounds so nice. All right. So I'm going to use my little contraption too to see if it'll hold the mug for me, at least for a little bit. I am going to actually have to mix new colors for the next mug or pick other ones because this is definitely not going to last. I have almost gone through that whole little paint pot. So what's everybody up to today? Happy Saturday. I hope you're doing well. Scrolling back. Hi, Anne. Hey, Barb. Thanks, Anne. Hey, Beth. How you doing? We be good? Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm doing good. Thank you. I'm happy to be sitting down and painting. This is the first time I'll be painting today, so I'm really happy to sit down and do this. Thank you. This one is from the card pull from day 11, which was gratitude. So when I kind of closed my eyes and thought of the word gratitude and the feeling gratitude, I saw kind of blue skies with some white puffy clouds and some pink streaks through some of the blue. So that's kind of where my head went when picking these colors. I love it. I'm so glad you guys like it too. Hi, Marie. Hey, Cindy. How's it going? How you doing, yo mamo? Happy great Grammy here. Oh, congratulations, Cindy. That's exciting. That's so cool. Hi, Zumafu. How you doing? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while either. This is so great. Feels like meeting up with all our old friends that haven't seen each other in a while. Okay, so what size do I want to do here? I want to do 5. Okay, so I've waited for these to dry for quite a long time because I am going to have to use my micro daughter tool to pull paint down. And I want to load as much paint on as I can without making the dot become larger than I want it to. For anybody that's new to my lives, I will paint for a little bit and then I will come back to the comments. If I don't answer your comments right away, please know that I'm not ignoring you. I will come back and try to catch up as best as I can. I've got some great friends who are moderators and lots of other great friends who don't have the moderator tag there, but may answer questions for you if you have them. I use multi-surface acrylic paints on my mugs. Occasionally I will throw in a glass or enamel paint in there as well, but primarily I use multi-surface. These paints are especially designed for painting on smooth surfaces like glass and ceramics. And they will cure to be top shelf dishwasher safe. They are not food safe, at least none of the brands that I use. But they will cure to be top shelf dishwasher safe. Now, when somebody buys one of my mugs, I still recommend that they do a gentle hand wash just because of the delicate design. And I'm super, super paranoid. And plus, if you're spending a decent amount of money on a mug, you want it to last. So I always recommend a little extra care there. But I do have friends that have mugs that I've made that have had no issues in the dishwasher either. So the brand that I'm using right now is Craftsmart. It's a little bit more of a watery paint compared to Folk Art. Folk Art also has a line of multi-surface that I use quite often. One thing that can be really helpful if the Folk Art is something you find too thick, or if you find the Craftsmart too thin, you could find a similar shade in the other brand and mix them together. That's really the only option for either thickening or thinning out your paints. You can't use pouring medium or water with multi-surface acrylic paints because that will impact how it adheres to the surface. So you want to make sure you only mix with other paints that are going to work and cure similarly. All of the curing instructions are on the bottles of your paints. It will say specifically that it is good for painting. As long as you see it's good for painting on glass, or if you see ceramics, that's what you're looking for in the description of your paints. Porcelain paints also work. Let me just catch up on comments here. Oh, I'm glad you're doing good, Zumafu. Thank you so much. You're excited to see him. How far out of town do they live, Cindy? Hello, Jules. How you doing, love? Ah, thank you, Zumafu. I'm so glad you like the colors. Hey, Tammy. How you doing? All right, let's keep going. Oh, thank you, Chriselle. Hi, good morning, Chriselle. Thank you, Yogi Queens. Thanks to all you guys for coming to hang out with me while I paint today. All right. Niagara Falls, New York, south of Buffalo. So far enough that it's not easy to just whip right over there, eh? You watch your... Oh, good cry though, eh, Tammy? Oh, get ready for your heart to absolutely explode. It's going to give you some faith back in humanity. It's going to just... I heard a description once when I was listening to an Abraham Hicks video, and somebody asked the question of why do we cry when we're happy and when things feel good? They said it's because our body doesn't know how to handle the level of happiness or joy that it feels, so it kind of just overflows. And I loved that description. And that's the description that I think of when I think of the Fab Five, you know? Oh, enjoy, Tammy. Hey, Chriselle, that pink is Blush Pink. It is a metallic multi-surface paint from Craftsmart. Oh, thank you, Jules. It's almost done. We're just adding on some top swoops and a couple of top dots, and then this one will be finished. I'm really having quite the love affair with Craftsmart multi-surface paints. I'm thoroughly enjoying how they go onto the mugs. I'm enjoying how I can move them around fairly easily, and I'm loving how they are drying. Now, I'm not baking my mugs anymore. I am only letting my mugs air cure. There may be an exception to the rule someday, but I have decided I'm only going to air cure just so that I don't take any risks when it comes to bubbles. And it lets me add a little bit more dimension by adding more top dots and top swoops, that sort of thing. However, when you bake, you increase the risk for bubbles. And that's, I think if I put one of these mugs in the oven and it bubbled, I think that might break me right now. Because a lot of these mugs are taking 5-6 hours to do, right? Not because they would take that long if I sat down and just did it start to finish, but because, I'm stretching it out over lives and everything, right? So I only air cure now, but you do have the option to bake them. So this one now, we're going to keep adding a couple more layers of top dots and top swoops, and then this one will be done, and then it'll go onto the shelf to cure for 21 days, and then it'll be ready to go to its new home. Right? Wouldn't that be awful? Oh, I love seeing you guys love each other. Thank you, Kogi. I'm so glad you like it. You're most welcome, Chriselle. I'm a crier. Yeah, totally. Totally. To have patience. Oh, that's so kind, Nor. Thank you. Just lots and lots of practice. Follow the joy. The joy makes it easier to practice, and the more you practice, the faster your skill develops. There is a formula, but the joy is the part that people often leave out. I do sometimes. I don't always follow the joy for it, but when I do, I create things that I'm happier with, and I can see visibly my skills grow very quickly. Oh, right. Yeah, that's true, Cindy. I didn't think of that. Well, I hope that all goes well and you get to see him soon. Oh, I'm so glad, Tammy. Oh, that makes my heart so happy. Thank you. So this mug is one of the mugs that I painted from the card pulls from my Dot Mandala Inspiration deck. So for those of you who don't know the story, I challenged myself to pull a card every day for 30 days and to paint a Dot Mandala inspired by the word prompts on the cards that I pull. This one, for example, is gratitude. I wildly overestimated, my ability to paint one mug every day for a month. I've done a couple of them out of order. I think I've done 12 or 13 mugs so far out of the 30. And I have a literal stack of cards that I've pulled that I have to get through. But it's still been really, really interesting. It's still been really, really fun. I feel like I've learned an absolute ton about myself, and mostly, honestly, about the way that I talk to myself, and the pressures that I put on myself. And the negative self-talk that kind of goes with a lot of that too. So it's been a real learning experience so far. And I am now at the point where I am going to do 30 card pulls. It's going to take me more than 30 days, but that's one of the things we're going to work on the lives. Because I do see that there's some more people here, in case there's other people here who have already ordered their Dot Mandala Inspiration deck, I wanted to let you know that I am so excited that I'm going to be placing the order with the manufacturer on Tuesday. So no more waiting for your deck. I can't wait to get them into your hands. I want people to play with. I'm tired of playing with them by myself. If you haven't ordered a deck yet and you still want to, I'd highly recommend placing that order before midnight on Monday so that it'll be part of this order from the manufacturer, because I do not know when I'll be placing another order from the manufacturer. Could be a month from now, could be 4 months from now. I have no idea. So if that's something that is important to you, make sure you give my website a look and get that order in before midnight on Monday. All right, let me scroll back and I'm going to just catch up on these comments here because I know I'm super behind. I'm so sorry. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to do some pink. I did see when I was scrolling back the comment about the missing pink dots in there. Yep, that's an issue I have to go in and fix. So we'll actually do that now as well. I tried this. This is not as easy as Jamie makes it look. No, it definitely takes a lot of practice. Hey, Manon, how are you? It's good to see you. You too, Zumafu? Aw, thank you, Manon. You're so sweet. Queen of swoops. Well, we'll see. Oh, you're so sweet, Jules. Thank you. You guys are so kind. Lots of practice on swoops. Some look good and some others are bad. Okay, so on top of practice, the biggest thing for swoops, slow down. Right? So let me, just for interest's sake, if you are going, there's two different ways you can do swoops. So let's just talk about this for a second because I think it could be helpful. First way to do swoops is to use a tool to drop some paint on a surface, right? And just continue adding paint to that dot so you've got lots of paint there, right? And then using a sharp tool like a really sharp toothpick, a sharpened pencil. I used to take a sewing pin, oops, my hand moved, and stuck on the end of a pencil eraser. And you can move the paint down. Remember that you're not painting with the tool, you're coaxing the paint into the shape that you want it to go. Okay? And letting it kind of fill in there. Now, that's option number one. Option number two is to take the tool, and that's just really, that forces you to slow down to do that method. Now, the other method is to have paint on your tool. You can always add in more paint anytime you want to. And then to slowly drag your tool down the surface. See how slow? The slower you go, the longer the swoop gets. Same amount of paint, same tool. See how I go faster and it gets shorter? Right? So play with that. And it's going to work completely differently on different surfaces, right? So just go really, really slow. When in doubt, go slow. This is okay for me to do. This is okay for you to do. If you're painting mugs, multi-surface paints easily peel off after about an hour of drying, right? They're not fully cured until they've air dried for 21 days. Usually after day 3, 4, it gets really, really hard to pull the paint off. So stay on top of it if you have changes you want to make. But you can use it as a bit of a test canvas, right? You can try a couple different things out and then go and remove what you don't like and move forward with what you do, okay? And now I'm reading watching mode while working on Jan and Jan's crew. Oh, nice, Manon. What did they get? What did they get? Hey, Clean, how you doing? Yes, thank you, Beth. I didn't realize that was you that had mentioned that about the missing dots. I'm glad you caught that because I probably would have forgotten to go back to that. So thank you. Hi, Ish. How you doing, love? Right? I'm tired of playing with them by myself. I want to play with my friends. You say what I thought. Did you come up with the card ideas on your own, or did you get ideas from things in life? I tried to put a lot of words in there for things that I really wanted to try and interpret into some art. So I picked a lot of words that I really like. I picked a lot of things that I thought would challenge me and stretch my skill and cause me to try to learn some new things and practice some skills and really force me to be very mindful about it. So I did just kind of come up with them on my own, but I just thought of all the different things that could inspire me or things that I wanted to see what could come from that. I hope that makes sense, Chriselle. It's good to see you, Clean. How you doing? Oh, thank you, Danielle. Thank you so much. Yes, Manon and Clean, you guys haven't met yet. The second way is a lot easier for the swoops, Jules. The hard part is that you can't control the shape of it quite as much. So these ones, that's good for these kinds of swoops, whereas these ones I would never be able to create that kind of more teardrop shape or the thicker, juicier swoops with the drag method. At least I haven't been able to figure that out yet. So let me find that one that had the missing dots and let's get that fixed right now before I forget. Oh, and I just put my hand in paint. Son of a... Okay, so now we grab the blue paint again. Which one is it? Which one's the darker one? That one's the darker one. I can fix this. It's not a problem. The pink on the gray looks nice. I've got another mug that I started from one of the mug parties. It's a gray, silver, and a pink, silver, and white on the gray. And it looks really pretty. Been doing the first suggestion today. I tried the second. And that's real practice. And I can tell you that is a technique for doing the swoops that I have not mastered. It is from what I can see anyway, it's a work in progress. Now I'm going to attempt to patch this. If it looks really crummy and all cruddy, I'll remove this whole lower swoop, redo this dark teal swoop, and then wait and do the top swoop over again. This particular mug, if I think I was to clock all of the hours that was put into this, even if I just only counted the time where I was painting on a live, not the time when we're chatting, I think this mug is going to be close to a 6-hour mug. This one's taken a while. There's been a lot of redos and moving around. You're welcome, Tammy. I'm glad it was helpful. Right? I'm like, I don't know how to hang out with my friends anymore, so I'm just going to make toys and hope that they like playing with them, and then maybe they'll play with me. A lot of pink bubbles on the leaf. Yes. And that happens, right? That happens. It's all right. Yeah, lots of little bubbles there. So yeah, I could go in and I could decide to redo those. I just kind of wait and see. Sometimes when I'm air drying, I let the bubbles stay because it's part of the paint. But if they really drive me nuts, then I will. There's some paints that are just going to be more bubbly than others too, right? Oh, sorry. Once they're dry, no, there's really no way to fix them after they're dry. You got to catch them when they are as wet as humanly possible. We want to catch them when they, definitely before they dry. They're self-leveling, right? So if you can catch it when the paint is still wet, then it's going to kind of backfill into the little holes and depressions left by the bubbles, right? Let me just scroll back. Let me scroll back. I know I'm really far behind. Hold on. Da, 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 da. Perky McTight Pants. Who is Perky McTight Pants? You're here but no ears, Kathy? Okay, so we're just watching today. Oh, it's Christy. Hey, Christy. How you doing, love? Hey, Shannon. Hey, Grannies. Got kicked off my TikTok account. Had to make a new one to join today. Oh, no. Oh, that's so frustrating. So I use a combination of nail dotting stylus tools and dotting tools from DIY Mandala Stones. They're my favorites. There's lots of great tools out there. If you are new to dotting and you don't want to spend a ton of money, I definitely recommend Dot Art Depot. I have a coupon code there, which is Jaime10, JAIME10 at dotartdepot.com. And you can get 10% off. She's got some great beginner tool sets. That are nice and inexpensive. Stencils, all that good stuff. So you need a set of nail dotting stylus tools. And then just anything that's round and flat. So you don't have to go and buy fancy tools. I started with crochet hooks. I used the bottoms of crochet hooks because they were round and flat. You can use pencils. You can use wooden dowels from the dollar store, drill bits, nails, anything that is round and flat. So then we've got that pink in there. And now we're going to do top swoops on these ones here. It's good to see you, Christy. I'm glad you were able to pop in. They've got dragons, rubber duckies, a unicorn, a cardinal, and a hippo. What? I'm just scrolling back. I think my comments are all coming in out of order. Hey, Shannon. Thank you, love. All right, so I'm going to have my comments. They're going to refresh here, and they're all going to come in backwards. You're welcome, Chriselle. Sharon gets the hippo. Oh, my God. How do we design these and keep everything so even? So I kind of have a little formula in my own mind of how I set out this first ring around of dots around the center. And that's just the kind of what I build off of from there. I do everything on the fly. There's really 3 different core pieces of dot mandalas. You've got your swoops, you've got your walking dots, and then you've got your concentric circles, which are circles of dots that go around something else that are all the same size. So once you know that those are the 3 basic elements, you can really start to combine them however you want. I started just with alternating them. So like when I first started, I did only the walking dots. I didn't do swoops until a good 6 or 8 months after I started dotting. So it really is all about just adding in those different elements and then just kind of putting them together. Yeah, Perky McTight Pants is an amazing handle. You're typically a chatterbox queen. It's a full house. It's hard when there's a full house, eh? Hello, Hot Coffee Joe. How you doing? All right, I'm just going to catch up here. So we're going to do some top swoops now. So just like I did the 2 layers of blue paint here, I'm going to do the 2 layers of blue paint on these center swoops here. Oh, am I doing what today, Haley Ray? Oh, thank you, Jessica. Dotartdepot.com. So, is there any one of my friends that would be able to type in the comments dotartdepot.com and Jaime10? Oh, there it is. Had to find my post-it. Here you go. Screenshot this. And, oh, sorry, hold on. Just to make sure everybody knows. That's an I. dotartdepot.com, Jaime10. Right, so you can get 10% off. There's she's got mold, she's got stencils, she's got dotting kits, she's got a book for beginners. She's got all kinds of stuff, all kinds of fun stuff on there. Blank stones, Christmas ornaments, wood cutouts, tons of different stuff to paint on. I'm painting a dot mandala mug, Haley, right? Manon is of the OGs. Yes, I will be painting Haley Ray. Hallie Ray? Sorry, Haley Ray. I know, right? I was terrified to try swoops. I thought it was going to be an absolute disaster. And now it's all I want to do. It's so funny, eh? All right, so grab my paint again. Been years since I was perky or wore my tight pants. Although everything is tight pants. Totally. No worries, Sharon. We will be here. I'm going to be live here until 3 p.m. Eastern, so we've got a good chunk of time together today, you guys. So just nice chill time hanging today. Tried a couple days ago, and it said you had reached your coupon limit. I reached out to her the other day, and it said that it was expired. And she said she fixed it for me just a couple days ago. So give it a try again and let me know if you're getting any other errors. Because I did talk to her just a couple days ago. If I could pull up my Instagram account, I would be able to tell you when it was that I talked to her. But I can't pull it up on my phone right now. I feel like I don't know anyone says the Flu Light Blue Molly Kathy. I know it's very busy today. So hello everybody, I'm Jamie. I'm a Dot Mandala artist. It's nice to meet you. Come and hang out with us for a little while. Oh, Carol, that's so kind. Thank you. Love when I say what, Jules? That's so cute. I feel like I don't know anyone now. Gonna crawl into my shell. Nope, don't crawl into your shell, Clean. We're here. You just keep talking to me. You're good. And I say, ah. Oh, I didn't even notice that I did that, Jules. That's so funny. All right, let's get some paint on here. All right, so I'm gonna step away for the comments for a few minutes while I work on these swoops, and then I will come back and catch up in a little bit. So I don't normally do lives on Sundays because normally I go see my dad on Sundays and it makes it a really busy day. But we can't get in to see him at the nursing home until we get our third shot. So I'm not able to go see him until after I get my shot on the 23rd. So because of that, I am going to be home tomorrow and have a little bit more time than I normally do on a Sunday. So I was thinking I might do a live tomorrow, maybe in the evening around 7:30. I don't know that I'm going to pick a concrete time, but let's assume that it'll be somewhere between 7 and 7:30 and it'll be here. We had a great time on Instagram last night. That was fun. Oh, I'm trying really hard not to put my hand in all these paint. I think I've got a couple bubbles over here that I might be able to get. Nope. Nope, no such luck. That's fine. I'm spending the time during the day tomorrow. I'm going to start painting our apartment. I have a ton of painting and cleaning to do in this place. So I'm going to be starting to slowly pick away at that. So I'm going to start doing that on Sundays. So tomorrow during the day, I'm going to do some painting on the walls. Not mandala painting, just plain old white, normal wall paint. And Start slowly making my way through this apartment and getting it all painted. It's a gray color right now that the kind of gray that you can't really tell it's gray unless it's right up against something that's white and then you notice that it's gray. But even when it's not up against something white, it's dingy, kind of dark feeling. So we're eventually gonna add color, but for now we're just gonna start with a fresh clean slate of all white and just get it bright in here because it's felt a little cave-like. So we're really, really excited. So I obviously haven't had a lot of time to do that. So I'm going to start, if I'm not going to see my dad on Sundays for a few weeks, then I'm going to make some headway on this apartment. So, but again, it does mean that I will be around in the evening, which will be cool. So hopefully get this apartment painted, then I can get pictures up on the wall, I can get shelves up on the wall, and get some stuff probably out of storage and really get my setup here completely finished, which will be so exciting. I can't wait to show it to you guys when I get it done. All right, so I've got 3 more of these top swoops to do, so I'm going to just get these done, and then I will come back to the comments and catch up as best as I can, okay? For anybody who's new to my lives, just know that I will paint for a little while, and then I will pause and come back to the comments to catch up and chat with you guys. I do have friends that'll have the moderator tag, and some friends that don't have the moderator tag that, oh crapola, that may answer your questions before I am able to come back to the comments to get to it. But trust that if they're jumping in, they know what's going on. They've been here a while. Because these dots are already dry, I can just wipe this off with a damp cloth for now. All right, so let's try this again. And then, so I've got 3 more of these top swoops to do, and then I will be back to come and chat with you guys. That's better. So for anybody new, hi, I'm Jamie. It's nice to meet you. I am the person behind Mandala Love Affair. I am Canadian. I have been painting dot mandalas for a little over about 2 years now. And this is my full-time job. I used to run my own business, my own consulting company, consulting and training in the automotive industry. Was wildly unhappy, was looking for some more joy, and found drawing mandalas, and it was incredibly healing. And then I was looking on Pinterest for some different ideas of different kind of mandalas to draw and courses to take and practice sheets that I could do and techniques. And that's when I saw the dot mandala stones for the very first time. And I remember at the time I really was drawn to them because the ones that I was seeing, everyone was calling them meditation stones. So it made sense to me because I was also going through a lot of meditation at that point in time too, trying to kind of learn how to meditate. Learn how to meditate for me, learn what that focus is, and kind of go through some of the learning curve things that happen at the beginning of that kind of process. But and as soon as I saw the painting, I just knew, I'm like, I got to do that. It was just a natural next step. I didn't even think about it. Just went to the store, bought everything I needed, and made sure that I could start trying it. And I've been hooked ever since. I absolutely love it. And I started painting before all of, the current world situation was happening. My personal business was going very, very well. And then when everything kind of came to its first shutdown, I kind of said, well, I can't do my other job. I've always said I wanted to make this my full-time career. So guess now's my shot, right? So I had time. I said, I got all this time on my hands. Let's see what happens. And that's when I said, well, Gary Vee told me I should be posting on TikTok. So I guess I'm going to start posting on TikTok, and the rest is history. I get to do this full time as my job because of you guys here on TikTok. And there is nothing that will ever change the way that I feel about TikTok for that reason. All right. So here we go. We're going to do another layer of top swoops on these blue ones. And now I'm going to scroll back and catch up on as many comments as I possibly can. Oh, when I say A? Oh, thank you, Enigma. I'm glad you think the prices are reasonable without that. Yeah, they are, right? It's a really good website. I really like the acrylic tools. She sent me a set of the acrylic tools from Dot Art Depot, and I really liked them. I really kicked myself in the butt for not keeping a set. It's something that I want to have on hand. I see a lot of absolutely incredible dot mandala artists using the acrylic tools, so you don't need to be spending a ton of money. Oh, Clean, we're lucky that you found us. Oh, thank you, Lucy. We're lucky that you're here, Clean. That's for sure. Yep. We need you here. We need you here, Clean. You're not going anywhere. Oh, sorry, Marie. Knew that was all, Manon. How have you been, Manon? It's so good to see you. It has. The boosters made everyone get tired. Okay, good to know. I kind of, every time I've gone for one of the others, I've made sure I blocked off a couple of days' time just in case I needed to rest. So that's good to know. Thank you. Paints today, my darling. I am using Craft Smart Multi-Surface. The pink is Blush Pink Metallic. And then the dark teal is Craft Smart in Deep Sea Green. And then the light blue is actually Blue Cloud with a little bit of Deep Sea Green and white mixed into it. And then a couple of different combinations of mixtures of the two to get the colors in between those mid-range blue colors. I love that pink metallic though. So there we go. That's what we've got going on for now with this bad boy. So I'm going to put Gratitude over to the side. That was that mug's name. Let's show you the other ones that are over here. So we have, so this is Gratitude. Oh, thank you, Kathy. That's so kind. But a bunch of browns. Ooh, yes. Oh, and Samantha, thank you so much for the rose. That's so kind. Browns are beautiful. You just get that nice nature feel. Haven't sold the camper yet. I still have to get up there and do some more cleaning in it, and I need to pull down my cell phone booster thingy. I think it's not going to sell till the spring now, though. Oh, thank you, Betty. Didn't leave, just texting some friends. Okay, good. Oh my God, a baby ragdoll kitten. That must be so cute. Yes, so there is a Facebook group. It's called Dot Mandala Addicts by Mandala Love Affair. And it's a great space. Also, too, if you do get a set of the Dot Mandala inspiration cards, there is going to come an invite to a private group for you with the card deck as well, where we can kind of share our own experiences with the cards and our kind of journeys with them. So that's kind of cool. Yes, this is my full-time job, Clean. Yes, Beth, the compression glove is really helping a lot. I haven't worn the wrist guard as much as I probably should. But yeah, the compression glove helps almost instantly. Almost instantly. It blows my mind actually how well it works. I did not expect it. I had hoped it would. I had a blood clot in my leg back in 2011. And I remember the pain that I was in, and finally they made a prescription for me to get a compression sock. And the relief from the pain was so dramatic. I was absolutely shocked. So I should have known. I should have expected it to work. But it's really helped a lot. So yeah, Clean, this is my full-time job. I am a full-time artist. Oh, thanks, Kathy, for posting that. Thanks, Jules. Oh, I'm grateful for you guys. I am so grateful for you guys. Manon, are you leaving already? Well, I love that you guys are here and want to spend time with me, so thank you for that. Oh, I'm glad you like them, the memory guy. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Marie, for posting the link to the Facebook group. That's awesome. Thank you, Rocky Breaks. I was showing you over here because that one is gratitude. That was day 11 of pulling a card from my Dot Mandala Inspiration deck. So that was gratitude. I've shown you guys. But there's the word that you can choose to be inspired by, or there are images of my artwork as well. So this one was resilient. So this one here, I love this one. This one looks like it's glowing in the dark to me. Look at that. Like, really? I love this guy. This one makes me so happy. So that one is resilient, inspired by the word resilient from the card pull. That's the other side of the card. So that's kind of cool because you can pull a card and you can decide if you're going to be inspired by the artwork or by the words, right? And then this one was a skill card. This was a 3-color color grade. So we gradually went from pink to purple and then gradually from purple to blue. And then I added the metallic teal on top of that to just make it pop right out. I think it does that quite well. I love that one. So there's skill practicing in here as well. So there's the color grade. That's the picture on the other side. All kinds of fun stuff. So, yeah, I'm ordering the cards from the manufacturer on on Tuesday, and then hopefully they will be here in a couple of weeks and I can get them in the mail to you guys. I'm so excited for you to get them. So excited. Thanks, Christy. Hi, Mina. And thank you again for the rose, Kathy. That's so sweet. Oh, give Loki big kisses for us, Manon. Yes, thank you. Please make sure that you answer all of the questions, or at the very least state that you agree to the group rules if you put in a request to join the group. Hey, Jan. How are ya? Adding gems. I've thought about it on canvas and stuff. I don't know what kind of glue I could use on a mug. I would have to do some research, of course, to see what would stick on there. But I think it always looks super cool. I think I've been thinking about it for canvas, though, maybe even some stones. Here come the reflection comments. What? Why did I do it again? I didn't, did I, Tammy? Oh, yay, clean, good, fantastic. Yeah, I'm very lucky, Rocky, for sure. And I'm working on trying to, just create different things and try different things and see what works and try and keep having as much fun as we can, right? Do I work on glassware? I haven't done very much. I have done a couple small vases, and I have some stemless wine glass, like the glass wine tumblers. I even have a few glass mugs. So it's something I would like to get to. I can tell you that one of the things that is stressful for me with the idea of that is the idea of shipping glass. It scares the ever-loving snot right out of me. But it definitely is something I want to do. And I've done a couple glass canisters too. Stay warm, Manon. Ms. Bebop, I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Hello, it's good to have you here. Welcome. Lily, Meep, back at ya. Aw, thanks, guys. Oh, good, and Sharon's back, too. I want them and I can't paint. That's the hard part. You want me to pull a card for you? I can pull a card for you. Watching from Malaysia. Oh, thank you so much, Dee. All right, so we are going to start a new mug. So we are going to do, this one is going to be from card pull from day number 12, which is inspired by my least favorite season. My least favorite season is winter. So we are going to paint a winter themed mug. Oh, and just for interest's sake, this is the picture on the other side. Almost looks like you could feel that. It's kind of cool. Is that this coming week in the Facebook group, Kathy? If you are a beginner, take a look at our Facebook group, Dot Mandala Addicts by Mandala Love Affair. There is a link to it in through the links in my bio, in my link tree, and make sure you agree to the group rules. But Kathy, Perfectly Imperfect by Kathy Mahan, or sorry, Perfectly Imperfect Dotting, does, and that's Kathy. She does beginner lives as well on a regular basis, so you can get some help with that. Hello in North Carolina. How's the weather doing, Heidi? Hi, Molly. How you doing, love? Oh, and thank you so much, Dee. E6000 glue. Thanks, Rosebud. That's good to know. I'll have to look. I didn't yet. The fresh cup always does it. Hello, Bubbles. How you doing? Is it super easy to ship glass? It's just not super easy for it to arrive in one piece. Yeah, it totally could. Very, very possible. All right, so let's look at colors. We are going to do winter colors. So I am going to look at silver. I'm going to also look at, I'm going to use metallic white, silver, and some blues. And I think I want to use some really chilly blues. Let's see. I feel like I want some almost gray blues. Now, I'm just looking through a little paint pot that I have here. So yeah, I gotta do blues. So do I do more of, like, this one to me seems like an icy blue. Like that to me seems like an icy cold blue. But so does, oh, well, that one might work. Oh, hold on. I have a paint that actually says icy blue on the label. There we go. Icy blue. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Marie. That's so kind. Some periwinkle. Dark green is winter too. That's true. Rain and 20-mile-an-hour winds today. That's crazy. All right, this one is called Icy Blue. Oh, and it's the metallic. So that's the one we're going to use. We got to use the metallic. I didn't realize I had the metallic. So why don't we do... I have a really pretty gray that I could do that I could use as the matte, and then use the pearl white and the pearl blue. What do you think? Should I make a few different colors of the pearl blue? I'm thinking I should. I'm trying to get this stupid thing open, and I can never find the perforations. So I just end up going at it with my teeth, trying to rip the plastic off of the bottle. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go. So we've got this blue, which is the metallic, or we have this blue. Yeah, I think the one on the right is colder looking. Okay. I'll do a couple different shades of that, this metallic. I'll mix some pearl white in with it as well, and we'll create like a little bit of a color grade. Let's do that. Ooh. All right, so let's do that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be good. All right, so I'm going to do 3 different shades of this icy blue. I'm even going to go with one a little bit darker. I'm going to add some other color to it. And then we'll have silver and pearl white. Maybe we'll do 4 colors. Should we do 4 colors of the blue? Let's go big or go home. Let's do 4 shades of the blue. Let's see what we can come up with. All right, so first things first. Hi everybody, if you're new, my name is Jamie. I'm a dot mandala artist. This is my full-time job and has been since the first lockdown. First lockdown here in Ontario. Since March of 2022. Go big or go home. I guess I am home. I guess I do go big, eh? I set up reminders on Alexa, and half the time she starts to say them, I scare the heck out of me. Like, who's here? Where are you? Get out of my house. Oh, Jan, I love it. Right? Technology is a great idea in theory, and then you put it into practice, and it doesn't always work out the way that we want it to, right? All right, so there is metallic blue number 1. So pretty. So then I'm going to use this one, and I'm actually going to add a bit of dark color to it. I want to say I might have a dark metallic, so let's see what other dark metallics I have. Let's see what we can create as far as custom colored paint here. Let's see. Well, that's a metallic. I'm going to try and only mix metallics together so that I don't flatten anything out. So this one's a dark teal. I'm going to mix in with that one. We could just use that color too, couldn't we? No, I think that might be. I don't want to go too dark. I want the lights to be distinguishable from each other though, right? So I don't want to only use light colors that are all going to look the same. I want there to still be a little bit of contrast, right? So I want to create a couple that are a little bit darker and then one that's a bit lighter, because what we're starting with is already pretty light. Hard part about mixing is it does add bubbles, right? I think that looks good. That looks a little bit darker, right? Yep. Okay, I'm gonna do one more like that, and then we'll do one with adding a bit of white. All right, let's see. Would be cool to do a design that were yes, and that's what I was thinking. It's kind of funny because when I was outside earlier, and there was a snowflake that landed on my sleeve, and it was perfect. So that is exactly what we will do. I want to try and use the white background as much as I can to make sure that the design stands out. I don't want to create anything that's too compact and cluttered, right? I want it to be nice and open so that I can create the are they called spokes? Would they be called spokes of a snowflake or arms of a snowflake? adding a little bit more dark. Sorry, I just added a bit more dark. Let's see. Excuse me. And I'm actually going to change the color that I'm going to use for my silver. It's a little bit too dark. I feel like there's no difference between that color and that color. None whatsoever. All right. Let's keep that one in the middle. I've got some more space here. I look at the ones that I have the most space in to add more paints. So I just added a bunch more dark to this one. So this should make a difference. This is part of the what takes so long, especially when you're mixing your own colors. Just getting them right, just slowly adding more paint. Okay, good. Okay, just scraping the sides. I overfilled this a lot. Should not have put this much in it, but that's okay because I'm still going to give it a good stir. I'll give it a good wipe down with a cloth. Still a bit to stir in. All right. Yeah, that's no different. Okay, then try plan C. All right, now I'm going to grab my pearl white. And I'm going to put just the tiniest hint of blue in it. Oh, come on. Ugh. Even when I mix colors that don't turn out exactly quite how I want them, it's all right because I can put them aside and I'll use them for something. There we go. This is going to take a little bit to stir this all in. I love watching this though, watching it slowly change. Color's terrible on here today, sorry guys. Sometimes if you have an old paintbrush, that can work really well because it can start to kind of scrape the paint off the sides for you. This is nice and icy though. This is better, eh, Sharon? To make it icier. Takes a while to stir these into sometimes because it just doesn't want to mix sometimes. All right, so there we go. So we've got our two light ones and we'll add our dark one. We'll just leave it at that. We'll put this other dark one away. We'll just whoop. Sorry. I dropped my paint. That's what that noise was. Yeah, I used to use a knife. I'm doing okay, Molly. I'm doing all right. I'm tired. I'm tired today, but I'm doing okay. Like, I'm not having a bad day. I'm not overly rah either, but I'm okay. How about you? You good? Now, how does one lose an entire roll of toilet paper? Huh. There we go. I'm doing okay though, Molly. Thank you. You're so sweet. So sweet. I love you guys. I'm trying to kind of plan what I'm going to be doing for the next little while to, you know, get these projects done that I want to get done, and trying to just stay on top of all of that stuff. All right, so we're going to use a little bit of this darker blue. That was actually showing up pretty close to true color on camera. Now you want that paint? March 22nd hasn't come yet. What? What did I miss? Hi, Kathy. Oh, I'm so glad you like them. Thank you. I've got some mugs available on my website right now. There's a link in my bio that'll take you to the hand-painted section of my shop if you want to check it out. Another week or two, and I will be doing another shop update. There's not a ton of stuff in the shop right now. So another week or two, I'll be doing another shop update. And at that point in time, I should have at least 5 to 6, hopefully more mugs to list, and hopefully some other stuff too. But the best thing I can say for that is make sure you're following me on Instagram and or Facebook and or here. But especially on Instagram, I tend to put that sort of stuff on Instagram a little bit more. But keep an eye on Instagram, and I'll let you know for sure when the next shop update is, when I'm adding more stuff. Yay, Kathy has ears now. Fantastic. Catching. Right? No wonder my hands hurt. Oh, Anne, it was good to see you. Take care of yourself. Okay, Kirsten, sorry I missed it took me so long to get to you here. I'm working on a mug that is inspired by the idea of my least favorite season. These are the Dot Mandala inspiration cards that I made. This is actually the image on the other side of the card. And so I am painting something based off of inspired by my least favorite season. When I was coming up with the prompts on this card, on these cards, one of the things was I wanted to make sure that if I was going to be playing with these cards too, that I wanted to challenge myself to do things that I would probably avoid under normal circumstances, really to kind of push the envelope a little bit. And that's kind of where I've gotten to. And it's been really fun, really, really fun to be able to really kind of just test myself and try some different things. This is the bright silver I'm going to use. It's a very light silver, which I think will look really good with the blues. And all right, so what color are we going to do for our center dot though? I think we are going to do this one. All right. All right. You need the finger back for Sharon? You're welcome, Kathy. Oh, that must feel good, clean. That's awesome. The least favorite season for me is winter. So one of the other things that you'll see if you get one of these decks is that there are no instructions other than reminding yourself that there's no rules. Use it however you do. So, right? However works for you. So when you see the words least favorite season, what do you think of? What colors do you see? You know, there's a big part of me that doesn't like certain aspects of the spring, like when the snow first starts to thaw and everything smells like thawed dog poop and cigarette butts, and it's all gray and slushy. Like, that's not a great time of the year either, you know? So really looking at these cards and kind of pulling in the ideas of what do you see when you see these prompts and when you hear these words, and what kind of colors show up in your mind. So I'm going to use this as my center dot color. So I'm going to try and raise you guys up here. And I'm actually going to turn on another light. Hold on one second, because I feel like we're not quite light enough here today. Does that help at all? Maybe a little bit? So this is I challenged myself to pull a card from my inspiration deck every day for 30 days. And this is day 12. And the prompt is least favorite season. So I'm going to use, so the first thing that I do is I need to figure out where my dot is going to go, right? My center dot. So, some toast sounds good. Right, Leah, where? I can say, hi, Leah. All right, so first thing I do is I look at where, let's see if I can scroll back at all. Okay, so I look here and I see that my handle is here, so I want to go completely across, directly across from the handle. So I'm lining up my hand here so that my thumb is kind of on this midline here. You could wrap something around it too to measure it too if you wanted to. And then I just kind of look. One thing that I'll do is I'll grab another mug that I have and kind of hold them side by side to see if the center dots are kind of matching up in the same spot. And they are. Looks pretty good. So I'll grab this one and get this first dot done. I'm using a size 23 of my DIY Mandala Stones tools, if anybody is painting along. Ooh. I feel like it almost should just be just this color and white now. Yep, I think I might have to do that, you guys. I think I got to scrap all of the other colors and only use this one in white. I think. Because this looks frigid. All right, so sometimes when I get the center dot, I'll actually move it around a little bit. Spread it out a little bit. I want the bubbles to come to the surface. So this is where my little contraption that's going to hold this mug for me is really going to help me out. Because it's going to keep this dot flat so it doesn't run all over the place. So the paint doesn't run and slide down the mug. The theme for this one is inspired by my least favorite season, which is winter. The color is not showing up great here, you guys. I am so sorry. You started doing Zentangles, Jan? How much do you love them? Center tool was size 23. All right, so I'm going to keep a really close eye on this because, excuse me again. This is what happens when you talk too much. You do see it? Okay, good. Because through the camera, it looks much grayer than in person. And this means it's going to be a challenge for me to get good photos of it too. That's going to be fun. I feel like if I made a mix between the white and the silver, that might be another cool mixture. I mean, I think I can add in a little bit of the one of the other blues, but I'm starting to think that the pearl white and the silver might be a good mixture together. Let's see. Let's see, shall we? Let's see what happens. And in the meantime, while I'm doing this, I'm also keeping an eye on the dots that are going to start to surface on this, right? I can tap it a little bit, and then tapping it can bring bubbles to the surface sometimes. But anytime I see a bubble come up, I'm going to get in there and try and pop it as quickly as I can. So now I've got this silver and white pearl. Every time I go to the store, I buy like 2 or 3 bottles of the white pearl because I use it for mixing so often. Okay, sorry, I can't hold it up like that while I'm stirring. Oh, shoot. I don't know my own strength. I just snapped my stir stick in half. Look at that. Snapped it right in half. Rawr. Okay. Now, and I got paint all over myself, so I'm literally going to try and scoop it back up and into the container if I can, which is probably going to be more trouble than it's worth. So yeah, let's just wipe it off. All right. Oh God, what a mess. What a mess. What a mess. What a mess. All right. Let's try this again. Not weird at all, Christy. I totally understand. Oh, this is going to be nice. This is a very cold looking silver. Can you see? A little bit more stirring. Almost ready. It's scraping the edges sometimes in these little paint pots. They're not terribly easy. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yep. All right, so let us start with, oh, I got paint all over me, not on the velvet jumpsuit. No, not on the velvet. Okay, so let's see if we can get any of these bubbles out of here. No, totally, you're not the only clumsy one. I guarantee you that. I'm covered in paint right now. Got your strawberries clean? Totally different when it's someone else's paint to watch dry, eh? Oh, that's so cool, Jan. You enjoying it? I've never tried Zentangles. I'd like to try them. All right, so I'm just going to try and pop a couple of these bubbles. When you're going in to pop the bubbles, make sure that you have a tool that's dry. If it is not dry, then it is not going to pop the bubbles very easily. It needs to be dry to break the surface tension. So see, there's more bubbles in there. Try try and grab a couple more. So what I'll do sometimes is I'll take it and I'll just kind of tap it like I'm banging ketchup out of a bottle, just to see if that can, or sometimes just kind of let it move around a little bit, and sometimes that gets the bubbles to come out. No, I didn't get any more mugs. No, I went all the way there and they didn't have them. And the woman who normally helps me wasn't there, and I knew she wasn't going to be. But these guys couldn't find the mugs that I was looking for. Oh, the jumpsuit. I did get one more. So I have 2 now. So I always know it's time to do laundry when one of them goes into the wash. I wear it every day. Every day. There's all kinds of bubbles in here. So they might not all come out, and that's okay. We'll see what else starts to surface here over the next little bit. In the meantime, let's get a row or 2 of paint on here, shall we? Ugh. All right, so finally, progress starting on day number 12 of the card pulls, which is least favorite season. Just giving my white a stir, and then we should actually be good. I'm just gonna move some stuff out of the way though. All right, so let's do a row of white. So in the white, I want to do micro dotter. So I'm going in with my micro dotter. Well, and you know what? I'm putting this here, and it's way off to the side. So I did not center my center dot. So I'm going to have to wipe it off and start again. But that's okay, because maybe there'll be less bubbles this time. I'm going to open up the paint, see if I can get some bubbles out in the paint container, and maybe that'll even help. Sometimes just banging your paint container can help. My plans for today, my love, is I am going to give myself a little bit of a rest this afternoon. My mom and I are going to order in dinner, ordering in fish and chips from our favorite fish and chips place here in, oh no, sorry, that's not tonight. That's tomorrow night. Tonight we're just going to make some food, and we've got a recording of the show Ghosts to watch. So we're going to watch that, and then I'm probably going to do some more painting. I'm going to try and sit and do some more with my patterns, I think, and try and get more of that done tonight. So kind of just turn on some music and hang out in here. Hang out in here in my studio for the rest of the day. Maybe put on some music, maybe put on a TV show, maybe I started Supernatural again, started watching it again from the very beginning. So I might watch some of that. With Patrick Swayze. Oh, God, I love that man. When I was in high school, I think the very beginning of high school, it might have even been grade 8. I'm not sure. I can't remember the year. But I came home from work, and my bedroom might have even been grade 7. My bedroom was plastered with the exact same picture over and over and over again of Patrick Swayze's face. My dad knew what a crush that I had on him, on Patrick Swayze, and he used to work at General Motors, so he would drive around every Saturday or Sunday. The newspaper would have a picture of a celebrity in it, and when it was Patrick Swayze, my dad knew how much I liked Patrick Swayze, so he went around General Motors and picked up just that one page out of about 200 newspapers and brought them home and wallpapered my entire bedroom with it, to the point of I didn't even get changed in my bedroom. I'm like, I feel like he's looking at me everywhere I go. But it was pretty cute. Yeah, so my dad wallpapered my entire room with pictures of Patrick Swayze. Yeah. Yeah, the chat is quiet today, and it's kind of nice sometimes. A lot of people are tired and just kind of shutting down a little. Doing laundry too? Yeah, a lot of double duty going on, I think. Is your pointer finger not the middle one? Robbie Benson, same thing. Hi, Rat Pharmacist. I know, eh? Dad won a super huge award for that one. I know. He's the sweetest. I'm telling you. Everybody that I meet that gets to work at that nursing home with him, the first thing I tell him, like, you better understand how lucky you are to get to spend time with this man, because he's the cutest on the entire damn planet. Okay, so the issue why I rub that off is because my stand does some of my work for me, right? So I should be able to find a dot that's nice and centered this way, right? Because the handle is here for me. I was actually dotting over here because it was over too far to the side from when I had just lined it up with my own hand. So this tool is actually going to help me with some centering too, which is kind of nice. So if I just look at the surface that's right here in front of me, I should be able to now do a nice center dot here. There we go. So I'm not going to add more paint this time because the bubbles weren't coming to the surface before, so I don't want to add more paint if it's going to potentially bury some bubbles that could come up and pop later and cause some craters. So I'm going to pop the ones that I see right now. That's one there. Sometimes with the glare I can't tell if it's a bubble or just a raised up part of the dot. And I'm going to, again, go around and kind of move this out to the edge. And I'm going to pop these bubbles right now as I see them. So this is going to take a little bit of time, but it can make a big difference for you. Take the time and pop those bubbles. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. I'm just using one of my nail dotting stylus tools to do this, just to push the paint around. You can kind of move it around and kind of swirl it too, because it's got all of that all those striations. I'm actually going to try and smooth that out just a little bit more. It will start to level itself out. And you can always add in a little extra paint. My tool ran under my Lazy Susan. But I got a nice big bubble. There we go. Lovely. So I can always go back in now with some other paint and fill in some of these spots, right? And then as I spin this around and do my other rows, this will start to just all level off. All right, so let's just let that do its thing. Now, my dad was also the guy who dressed up as Santa Claus on Halloween and gave out candy canes to all of the kids. It's okay, Clean. If you don't want eyeball, you could use a strip of paper to measure. Yes, totally. Strip of paper, flexible tape measure would work. Anything that can line it up with the back, right? That you can create any of that. I'm such an eyeballer. It would have to be Droppy McBaggy Butt. Oh, that sounds like the next t-shirt after Blessed Pooh. Droopy McBaggy Butt. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. All right, let's keep going here. Let's see if we can make some progress in this next half hour. So now this feels much better. It's going to be easier for me to space because it is actually sitting on top of my contraption now. It's still off center just a tiny bit, but nowhere near what it was. Sometimes I still have to pull it out of here though. Okay, so what you're seeing me do now is I started off with the clock, right? I did 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, then 3 o'clock, and then 9 o'clock. Now I'm just going in and dividing those spaces in half. Okay, and as I start to do that, I'm going to fill in this first circle going around the center dot. So I do want to make this one a little more snowflake-ish. So I'm going to create some more almost little arms that are going to go out. But I've never done one like this before, so there's going to be some learning curves in this. T-shirts and sweats all day. Yeah, that's true. Like instead of juicy on the butt of your sweatpants, have droopy McSaggy butt. Does that mean Kathy's up to no good? You always add giggles, Christy. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave that. Yep. This is how we're going to start to build this. All right, so I'm going to grab the silver now. I'm gonna go silver. That's not the right one. Ding, ding, ding. This one. This silver. And I'm gonna use a size 6. So we're gonna go in with a size 6 of the DIY Mandala stones. I'm gonna do every other one. Oh, I'm not even on camera. Oh my God. Sorry. So any time that this contraption means that I don't have to pick up the mug, I'm pretty happy with that. All right. I'm going to do that one. Okay, so this is what we have now. Trying to change my handle. Nope, still perky. Ah, thanks, Jennifer. I don't think I can say it. I would cheat and just call you Green to say your username. How's it going, Shannon? Hi. My favorite colors are white and silver. Oh, that's so cool, Gimme. I'm glad that you like the colors. I'm glad you're back again, Shannon. Aw, thanks, Kathy. All right, so let's see what we got here. Yeah, just a bunch of these would be cool, eh? Maybe I do this. I don't do a little, maybe a few little swoops, and then maybe that's what I do. That's a good idea, Jan. All right. So let's then, I'm going to do something then. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger, but then we're still going to kind of move that around like your suggestion. So here's what we're going to do. I'm keeping I know what I'm using for each one. I use 23 micro daughter 6. So now I'm going to use what am I going to do? I'm going to pop bubbles for a second. Ah, thanks, Miss Frankie. I'm glad you're here. Oh, thank you, Kitty Blue Eyes. That's so kind of you. Thank you for the rose. Hi, Sven. Right? Your handle's too good, Christy. Yeah, I'm going to do that, Jan. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to do... I'm thinking. I know this is probably painful to sit and like, what is she doing? Is she still even there? I am still here. But I am trying to figure out how I want to build this. So, in the meantime, I'm going to pop silver bubbles. Okay, so I am going to do Okay, I know what I'm gonna do now. All right, got it, got it, got it, got it. I'm gonna try it anyway. See if I can do this all the way around. Let's see, because if I can jam, this is gonna work. So I'm gonna try that. Oh, bubble. Can you see that okay? Can't see the color very well. And I apologize, I know it's shaky. Jeez, what the heck is that? Sounds like a plane. Sounded like it was going down. No, I don't like this. Nope, don't like that. Okay. Plan B, plan B. I'm just trying to get any wet paint off right now with this thing. And then I'm going to go in with my wooden skewer and I'm going to pull off the dry paint. I apologize. I'm going to try not to shake the camera too bad. Here we go. Once it's super dry, it comes off even easier. Right now it still kind of just spreads around a little bit. I'm going to go back to my original idea because I think it'll work really well. So my original idea is a set of walking dots in blue and then some white reverse swoops after that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do walking dots in the blue. We're going to start them fairly far away from their center dots. It's going to make them pointier. That dot is way too big. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Every time I hear that in my head, every time I say bye-bye in my head, I think of Cusco and the Emperor's New Groove. Your little town thingy will go bye-bye. Bye-bye. I love that movie. I think Kronk is my favorite. So there we go. Now, do I need to do... There we go. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Totally zoned out here. Oh, fantastic. Your cat knows how to open cabinets. I transfer them from bigger bottles, Deborah. I move my paints into the little paint pots out of the bigger bottles. These micro dots do, eh? It's so incredibly... It's so incredible how much detail they can really add. And they can be very, very tiny. Right? And you can just... It's leaving enough space and making sure there's enough contrast in the color so that they stand out and you can see them, right? Thanks, Marie. Yay, you're diamond painting in the background. Fantastic. Go behind the cat and close cabinet doors. Oh, that's amazing. Thank you, Chameleon. Thank you, guys. No, sorry, guys. Walking the dog? Whenever she walked the dogs? What? And then she'd have a little animated dog? Oh my gosh. Yeah, should I leave him on side? It's so one thing that can help, and it's no surefire way, Clarissa. It's try to do one side at a time at first, because at least when you do all of this side, you're holding your hand in about the same kind of position, right? And you're starting to move it around and move it around and move it around. I think I might do that on another one, Sharon. I think for this one I want to finish it off. I want to... Oops. Let's see. Yeah, I think I really want to finish it off on this one. Sorry, we'll do another one though, because I'm loving this design so far. So start off just doing one side. Okay, when you start off doing just one side, you're holding your hand in the same basic position. You're just turning the surface, right? So you're dipping and then going back to the same position. That can help you create some muscle memory, and that's going to help you create more similar patterns. Part 2 of that is go easy on yourself. When you're watching me, you're going to see a ton of different patterns that pop up, even though they should all look the same. It's okay. Give yourself some patience. I focus less on is it like the one next to it than I do on can I get both sides of the same petal to kind of look similar. And sometimes I'm good at it, and sometimes I'm not good at it. Okay, so now we are going to do some white reverse swoops. Crap, I just ruined my Bristol board too. Pooper. All right, so let's grab the white and I'll show you what I mean. Okay. Sometimes I'll turn it back around this way so I can get it going in kind of a straight line. Had a couple bubbles there. This will be the end of this one. And then this is what I'll recreate. So that is going to be the deciding factor in this design. So this is going to be the only one that's sitting dead center. We're going to create a whole bunch more of these that go all the way around the mug. Great idea, Jan. I like that. And Sharon, for the half of the walking dots, we are going to do another one like this. And we're going to do that with another one. Because I think that could be a very fun one to play with. All right, so we're getting close. Oh, it's time to time to sign off here. So we're going to start the goodbye. Remember that if you've already ordered your Dot Mandala Inspiration deck, I'm placing the order with the manufacturer on Tuesday. So they are going to be getting into your hands very, very soon. I'm so super excited. And for all of you that have put their faith in me and pre-ordered a deck of these cards, thank you. I think it's something that's going to be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to play with them with you. If you haven't already ordered your deck, they are available through the link in my bio. So to be part of this next order, make sure you get your order in before midnight on Monday, midnight Eastern on Monday, so that it becomes part of this order that we're going to do with on Tuesday. After this, I don't know. It could be months before I'm able to order another set. So for now, just know that this is kind of going to be it for a little while. So if you want one of those decks, let me know. Okay, or get that order placed before midnight. The link is in my bio. This is the card inspired by least favorite season. We have over here, we have Resilient. This was the one for Resilient, which I love how it kind of glows in the dark. And earlier today, just here on this live, we put a little bit more detail onto Gratitude. Got a little bit more left to go. So see how all of these dots in here have the white on them? All of these center swoops, these dark blue swoops, are going to have that white on them as well. So they're going to look like it's kind of glowing in the dark. So that is almost done though. That is Gratitude. And we've got a huge pile on deck to keep painting. So hopefully I'll get to see you again really soon. I am going to go live here on TikTok at some point tomorrow evening, probably around 7:30ish. So if you're able to come and hang out, that would be awesome. And tomorrow I will put up a post that will have my live schedule for the rest of the week across all of the platforms. If you guys have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out. And I'm so grateful for you choosing to come and spend your time with me. Thank you for all of the love and all of the support. And I'll look forward to hanging out with you again really, really soon. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you could too, Christy. It was so good to see you, love. We'll talk to you all very, very soon. Please take care of yourselves. Bye.